Round 5 of the IRC 2012 welcomes the Targa Florio. 11 stages in total, 169 kilometers of competition on the most selective roads on the island. The rally starts in Palermo and then follows the tracks of the legendary Targa Florio, which was first held in 1906. This is the 96th edition of the Targa. So this is Sicily, the southern island, the southern Italian island, the largest island in the Mediterranean Sea. The most prominent landmark of Sicily is Mount Etna, one of the most active volcanoes in the world. The history of Sicily goes back to the Greek and Roman Empire with widespread archaeological and ancient sites. So the IRC driver standings going in to this Targa Florio sees Andreas Mikkelsen at the top with Jan Kopecki right on his heels. Skoda leading the way in the manufacturer's standings, Peugeot keeping them honest, with Renault taking that final podium position as it stands. Andreas Mikkelsen, defending IRC champion and 2012 championship leader. Andreas arrives at the Targa Florio with no previous experience of this unique Sicilian event.
The main difficulties is, of course, the local Italians. They will be very, very fast and they know the roads quite well.
We look at Jan Kopecki, second in the championship and keen to wrestle the title away from Mikkelsen. He has also not driven the Targa Florio before.
I think the rally will be very difficult because the stages are quite fast on few places and you have big bumps and big waves in high speed, and grip is changing a lot, so I can believe it will be one of the most difficult rally this year.
And first of the Italians, Giandomenico Basso, a real contender for victory at the Targa Florio, is the former Italian and European rally champion Basso, recent winner of the Rally Minimiglia. It's not so good to start with number 1 in these streets. I hope to start with the same number the day after. It'll be difficult because they're very good drivers and they're Italians as well. Andrucci and Scandola, they're usually very fast. We'd like to keep the position. And here is Paolo Andrucci, known as the King of Targa. Andrucci has won this event 6 times before and is clearly a favourite to make it 7 as the IRC comes here for the first time. We're in Italy, so obviously people have expectations of us. We're leading the Italian Championship, but the Italian opponents as well as the IRCs are really good, so it's going to be a very hard rally. And here's young Italian Umberto Scandola, an unknown quantity for the rest of the IRC field. And driving here in the more favoured Skoda Fabia S2000, he could definitely cause an upset. And then the Brit, or the Irish driver, Craig Breen, contesting his 3rd IRC event this year. Irishman Craig Breen has the event. Now we see a map of stages for day 1. 7 stages on day 1, totaling 99.6 competitive kilometers. 1 short super special to start, followed by 3 loops of 2 stages. So a ceremonial start in the city of Sicily's capital, Palermo. Giandomenico Basso first on the podium with the Ford Fiesta 1.6 RRC regional rally car. Then it was reigning IRC champion and championship leader Andreas Mikkelsen in his Skoda Fabia S2000. Looking back at the history and archive of the Targa Florio, for most motorsport fans worldwide, it's legendary. It started as a road race around the whole of Sicily in 1906.
very, very famous rally with lots of heritage, going back close to 100 years, so it's a big privilege for me to be here.
Well, I've heard so much about this rally coming into. I come from an Italian team and they are so excited coming here, obviously because it's a very special rally. And you can see the amount of interest of motorsport on this island.
I see the picture on the streets and on the walls, some old rally cars and race cars on it, so it's a really nice feeling to be here.
So, Super Special Stage 1, Cita de Palma rally starts with a Super Special in Palermo. Quite a twisty and slippery stage. You can't win it, the rally here, but you can sure lose a lot on this kind of stage. Jan Kopecky with the fastest time on this Super Special, beating Mikkelsen by 0.6 seconds. And local hero Andrucci by 0.7 seconds. Let's sit back and enjoy some of the action as the cars give the local fans something to cheer about. So on to the proper stages of the Targa Florio, with today a triple loop of 3 stages. This is how stage Targa looks like. Cool temperatures early morning and even slight rain in some places, so not an easy tyre choice. So Giandomenico Basso already 2.4 seconds behind the leader after the short Super Special. Believes running first on the road, a disadvantage. Slippery tarmac with no rubber laid down by preceding cars meant he chose the soft Pirelli tyre, gambling on the damp conditions. But as you can see, as Basso attacks this stage, it's bone dry. Here we see Mikkelsen, the current IRC champion, second on the road. He chose the hard Michelin tyre, so different to Basso, but also finds the stage very slippery and wonders if softer tyres may have been a better choice. He's happy with his run and is 1 second quicker than Basso. Jan Kopecky third on the road. He takes a cautious approach on this slippery and bumpy stage. Not flat out, no risk from Kopecky. Also on the hard Michelin tyres. He's got a time of 8:38.8. That's slower than Basso by 0.2 seconds, 1.2 seconds slower than Mikkelsen, who sets the fastest time on the stage. And that sees Kopecky lose his overnight lead. And here we are, 6-time winner of the Targa Florio, starts 4th on the road. Andrucci, known locally as the king of the Targa, takes the softer compound Pirelli tyre, as Basso did, and it's the soft tyre that is the wrong choice. The warm, dry and slippery tarmac means the car's moving around too much. He loses time and finishes the stage 4th quickest. Here you can see the simulcam between Mikkelsen and Andrucci, the Michelin hard versus the Pirelli soft. Let's compare. Mikkelsen in the Skoda on the hard Michelin tyre and Andrucci in the Peugeot on the soft Pirelli tyre. Halfway through the stage of the day, and the soft tyres of Andrucci are still performing well. He's even a bit quicker than Mikkelsen, but further up the stage we can see he loses time. Let's have a look at young Italian Umberto Scandola, 5th on the road. One of the Italian Rally Championship front runners. His Skoda Fabia has the latest engine evolution for the first time, and that sees him 5th quickest and 6th overall. So Craig Breen on board here, 15th on the road. Also on the soft compound tyre, he's got little grip and no confidence, and as we can see, a spin there for the Irish driver drops him from 4th to 9th overall. So on to stage 3, the longest of the day, and it's Basso in 3rd position behind Mikkelsen and Kopecky. Still struggling for grip with those softer tyres. He's not sure if it's the tyres or the tarmac at this stage. Only his 3rd rally in the Fiesta.
Venstre, hold
Here we are on board with the rally leader. Still very quick, using his first pass to improve pace notes for the next two passes of this stage. A time of 8:48.8, 5 seconds faster than Basso. So impressive stuff from the young Norwegian. On board with Jan Kopecky, now second overall, and it's a clean run through the stage for the Czech. He's relying on his experience in the Italian Rally Championship from 2010, 1.1 seconds slower than Mikkelsen, who is yet again fastest of all. So Andrucci still struggling for grip on that softer tyre, hemorrhaging time. He's the car championship leader in the Italian Rally Championship. This is also a round of that championship, and he finishes up 6th quickest and still in that 4th place overall. You can see a lot of understeer through there for the Italian. Umberto Scandola finding the stage equally as slippery, but otherwise okay. It's a clean run from the young Italian. He avoids making any mistakes with the many grip changes. 3rd quickest and moves up to 5th overall. Robert Consani competing in Production and Two-Wheel Drive Cup. Current championship joint leader in Production Cup. But disaster's about to strike as an unspecified engine problem switches the car to safe mode. And he's now 11.9 seconds behind 1st place in production class. As we look at the first service area of the day, Predi drivers Basso and Andrucci had a difficult morning after choosing the soft compound. Gambling on the damp conditions, it stayed dry. Overall, it's not bad, said Basso. The first stage was good, though we did not have a good feeling with the car. It was changing. I did not feel a good connection with the road to be at my best.
For the next 2 loops, do you think you can go a little bit quicker?
Yes, I hope so, said Andrucci. We need to change something to improve the setup because we're not happy after the first loop.
We have done and we won both of them, so couldn't be a better start.
So I have to say the stages are not easy because the grip is changing a lot, and on few places you don't have any grip. And then second corner we have a lot of grip, so we try to fix all these places now in the first pass, and I believe it will be better in the second pass.
So we look at the overall classification, I should say. Mikkelsen leading Kopecky, Basso 3rd, Andrucci, the king of the Targa 4th. Looking lower down, Irish driver Craig Breen in 8th. Coming next, the second loop in the IRC Targa Florio. See you in a minute. Welcome back to the IRC Targa Florio in Sicily. We're about to tackle the second loop of stages, starting with the second run of the Targa. So special stage Targa 2, Gian Domenico Basso. Not managing to secure a stage win yet on this Targa Florio, and he's in full attack on this stage. Now on the more favoured hard compound Pirelli tyre, but still not happy with the balance of that regional rally car, that M Sport Fiesta. Although 4 seconds faster than his first run, might not be quick enough to beat this man. The overall leader Mikkelsen won both stages today so far and leading Kopecky by 2.9 seconds here. Definitely pushing hard to keep the Italians away too. And again, 1.3 seconds faster than Basso, and that's an advantage of 9.6 seconds over the Italian now. Can this man have anything to say in the matter? Jan Kopecky, 2.9 seconds behind Mikkelsen at the start of the stage. Again, pushing hard, 1/10 of a second faster than Basso, but again losing out to the Norwegian. Kopecky still second overall though, 2.9 seconds behind Mikkelsen. And Now also on the more favoured hard Pirelli compound, Paolo Andrucci. He's going to have to up his rhythm quickly if he's going to try and have an answer to Andreas Mikkelsen at the top of the timesheets. But he doesn't manage to gain time on Mikkelsen, and he loses another 4.9 seconds, meaning 16.5 seconds is the deficit to Andreas now in the overall classification. Umberto Scandola chasing Andrucci now. It's a great battle for 4th place overall, and also in the Italian Championship as well. These two are 1-2. So 4th fastest time on the stage, closing into 1/10 of a second behind Andrucci. Massimiliano Rendina, another local Italian, doing the Italian Rally Championship, won the Italian Trofeo Mitsubishi Evo Cup in 2010 and leading the Production Cup, meaning he's 12th overall so far. So special stage 5, Colisano, the second time through this stage, 19.6 kilometers, as we see Mikkelsen stopping on the road section to change the setup on his Skoda. Fabia lowering the car a bit for the flat surface on the Colisano. Great to see the driver at work there, isn't it? It's amazing his technical abilities and understanding, but it's Giandomenico Basso leading us off again. And then it's another flat-out run for Basso, still ruining his poor tyre choice this morning. It's difficult to close the gap on the leading Skodas, but he's doing his best. Time of 8:39.8, almost 11 seconds faster than his first run on this stage. So just the difference in tyres there and pace notes. But Mikkelsen might have something to say in the matter. A bit more gravel and stones on the stage thrown on the road during the first run, but it's no worries for Mikkelsen. He's 0.6 seconds faster than Basso. Jan Kopecki on board, still breathing down Mikkelsen's neck. He's not fast enough to beat the flying Mikkelsen today. He loses 1.9 seconds to Mikkelsen, so still very, very close. But he falls to 4.8 seconds behind the Norwegian in the overall classification. And here we are with the ever-charging Paolo Andrucci, the king of the Targa, is on the back foot again, not being able to find a faster rhythm and blown away by Mikkelsen. A huge 7 seconds slower. And that means 23.5 seconds behind Mikkelsen in the overall classification. And this Targa Florio seems to be a lost case for the reigning Italian champion. Scandola here, adding salt to the wounds, displacing Andrucci of his 4th place overall. Scandola setting the 3rd fastest time of the stage. He's now 5.7 seconds ahead of Andrucci in that 4th place. Alessandro Perico finding out that there is a chicane on this special stage 5. And it's almost disaster as he clips the, well, it's a temporary Armco there, makes his way through in spectacular fashion. And it's on to the service park for the second service of the day. Chance for the mechanics to work on the cars. Mikkelsen comes back to service, leading the rally ahead of Kopecki and Basso. The IRC champ is teaching the Italians a bit of a lesson on this Targa Florio.
A very, very good run so far. Things are looking good. A second loop through the stages now was quite fun. Now doing it for the 3rd time will improve ourselves even more.
The battle is not finished.
No.
No, there are still 7 stages left. I hope that we can still improve. We are still behind. The rally did not start well for us, but we hope to do better. So the overall classification sees Mikkelsen ahead of Kopecki, Basso 3rd, Scandola 4th, Andrucci 5th. Craig Breen moving up to 7th. So coming next, the last 2 stages of the first leg of this Targa Florio 2012. We'll see you in a minute. Welcome back to the IRC Targa Florio here in Sicily. We are about to tackle the last loop of stages, starting with the third run of the Targa. So super special Targa 3, stage 6 sees us on board with Andreas Mikkelsen. Andreas, having won all the stages so far today, is looking to do just the same again, leading the rally, but Kopecky is still close behind. Andreas Mikkelsen's through the stage in an 8:31.9. Jan Kopecky will be doing his best to try and beat that. He won the Super Special on Thursday evening, and he's changed the setup with the differential on his Skoda a bit, and is in better Vettel now in this stage, better feeling within the car, and he beats Mikkelsen by 0.8 tenths of a second. Well done, Kopecky. Cambasso beat the pair of them, beaten again by the leading Skodas, and 1.8 seconds slower than Kopecky means he's still in third place in the overall classifications, but starting to drop behind Mikkelsen now, 11.2 seconds behind the rally leader. So the last stage of the day, special stage 7, the Colisano. Third time through this stage. It's quite dirty with a covering of sand, gravel and dust, so the drivers will have to drive cautiously. So on board with Massimiliano Rendina, leading the Production Cup, winning 4 of the stages so far in this category, and has a lead of 14.5 seconds in his class. Driving very well in his Mitsubishi Lancer Evo. And Robert Consani, French driver, having issues with his engine in the first loop this morning. The front-wheel drive Megane RS up against the four-wheel drive Lancer Rendina. Coming off second best so far, 14.5 seconds behind Rendina, and second position in class. So on board with Marco Tempestini in his Subaru Impreza R4. Has the updated R4 suspension for the first time. Third in the Production Cup, 46.2 seconds behind the rally leader, and promoting the Sibiu Rally in Romania. If you look carefully, you can see the livery on the car. Simone Campadili, reigning Italian junior champion, leading the two-wheel drive cup, doing a great job, pushing hard. We go on board with Martin Kanga, back in the IRC, having a heavy crash last week during testing with his latest specification Honda, meaning a switch to the Honda he's using in the Estonian Championship. So not going according to plan, but he's 6th in the two-wheel drive cup. So he's found some pace in that Honda and driving a good rally up to date, as is this man Mikko Pajunen, the Finn, in his Renault Twingo R2. Highly regarded young Finnish driver, driven by former co-driver Tommi Mäkinen, Kaj Lindström. He's 7th in the two-wheel drive cup and 2nd in R2 as well. So what a start for Pajunen, and definitely one of the stars of the future, as is this is the star of the future, Andreas Mikkelsen, beaten on the previous stage by Kopecky. He's having a very close fight with the Czech rival. It's great to see the Norwegian in action, very fast and flowing these stages. And he's fully committed in that Skoda Fabia.
Find a very good rhythm and no mistakes, and we're just enjoying driving.
Anything to change on the car as you head into the final 4 stages of the event tomorrow?
Yeah, it's a little bit different characters, so we changed the setup a little bit.
Are you going to tell us which way?
That's a secret.
Jan Kopecky will be keen to find out what that secret is. But he's happy with his setup change anyway after his stage win. And he's again very fast here, but he's not fast enough to beat Mikkelsen. Mikkelsen 0.5 seconds faster than Kopecky. So Kopecky 2nd into the final day, 4.5 seconds behind Andreas Mikkelsen.
Andreas was a bit faster than we were, but okay, tomorrow we have 2 new stages, and one is quite difficult and long. So I think nothing is lost. We need to fight tomorrow.
Giandomenico Basso loses another 2 seconds to the top Skodas on this stage. Third at the end of the day, 13.2 seconds behind Mikkelsen, but still pushing hard in that regional rally car. And this man, Umberto Scandola, still ahead of his Italian Championship rival. Made some changes during the car during special stage 5 or after the service, but it's not working out well, and he finds himself 23.6 seconds off the leader Mikkelsen. So the day ends in the last service. Day 1 is over and Mikkelsen is the rally leader. Can he convert it to his first ever tarmac victory?
Rally. So hopefully we can stick it all together tomorrow, and would have been good to have a first win with here in Italy with all the Italian mechanics, and that will be very special.
What do you think, a victory is still possible?
It's not so far away, but you know, to win over here 5 seconds on one stage, it's quite difficult. But okay, tomorrow we have longer stage, so it could be possible.
So new stages tomorrow. Andreas Mikkelsen leads Kopecky by 4.5 seconds, incredibly close still at the front. Basso keeping them honest in third. Scandola ahead of his rival in fourth. Craig Breen up to sixth now. The young British driver doing a good job. That's all for the first leg of the IRC Targa Florio 2012. My name is Tom Gaymore. See you tomorrow for the final day.